We are going to multiply three fractions. Let's go! So when you multiply fractions, first multiply the numerators. So draw a long fraction bar and multiply the numerators. 3 times 4 times 2. And this dot means multiplication. Then multiply the denominators. So 4 times 15 times 7. Very good. Now let's look at 4 in the numerator and 4 in the denominator. We can cancel them because 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Look what's gonna happen. Look at any numerator and any denominator and see if we can divide them by the same number. Look at 3 in the numerator and look at 15 in the denominator. We can divide 3 and 15 by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So cross 3, put 1 over it. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So cross 15, put 5. All we are doing is we are looking at any numerator and any denominator, and we are trying to reduce these numbers by dividing by the same number. Now let's look again. Do we have anything else that we can divide by the same number? That's it, because we have 2 here and then 7 and here's 5. That's it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna multiply the new numbers. 1 times 1 times 2, which is 2. And then let's multiply new numbers in the denominator. 1 times 5 times 7 is 35. So we have 2 over 35. And we stop here because 2 and 35 have no common factors. We can't divide 2 and 35 by the same number, so we stop. Now let's look at another example. Here we have 18, which is a whole number. Before you multiply a whole number by a fraction, change the whole number into an improper fraction. So write it 18 over 1. An improper fraction is when the numerator is larger than denominator. Okay, now we are ready to multiply our fractions. So what do? We multiply the numerators first. So draw a fraction bar, multiply the numerators. 18 times 5 times 8. Then we multiply the denominators. 1 times 24 times 35. Like that. Very good, very good. Now let's look at any numerator and any denominator and see if we can reduce by the same number, if we can divide by the same number. Look at 24 in the denominator and look at 8 in the numerator. We can divide 24 and 8 by 8. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. So cross 8, put 1 next to it. 24 divided by 8 is 3. Let's keep going. Look at 5 in the numerator and 35 in the denominator. We can divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 35 divided by 5 is 7. That's nice. Now let's look again. We have 18 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator. If you want to keep reducing, we can do that. But if you want to stop, you can stop and reduce the fraction at the end. Let's look at two options. Let's say you stop reducing. You say, I am done. So let's multiply new numbers. 18 times 1 times 1. We will have 18. And in the denominator, we have 1 times 3 times 7, which is 21. Now, we need to reduce this fraction because numerator and denominator can be divided by the same number, which is 3. So we must reduce or simplify this fraction. So 18 divided by 3 is 6. And then 21 divided by 3 is 7. So 6/7 is the final answer, and we stop here. But let's say you wanted to keep reducing the numbers here. You can do 18 and 3, right? So 18 divided by 3 is 6. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. It's okay that we had to reduce the numbers twice in the denominator. That's okay, because this bar means division. It allows us to do so. Do it the way you feel comfortable and you will be all right. Very good. Let's look at another example. Here we are multiplying mixed numbers by a fraction. We must change a mixed number into an improper fraction before multiplying, so watch out for that. So this is how we are gonna change a mixed number into an improper fraction. So 5 times 2 plus 4. You are multiplying the denominator by the whole number up front and adding the numerator. So keep the same denominator, and then 5 times 2 is 10 plus 4 is 14. So you changed a mixed number into an improper fraction, 14 over 5. Times, let's work on this one, 9 times 1 plus 1. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 over 9. And then times 6/7. Now we can multiply our fractions. So what do? We multiply the numerators first. 14 times 10 times 6. Then we multiply the denominators. 5 times 9 times 7. Now let's look at any numerator and any denominator and see if we can divide by the same number. Let's look at 10 in the numerator and 5 in the denominator. We can divide by 5. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. Cross 10, put 2 here. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Let's keep looking. How about 14 in the numerator and 7 in the denominator? 14 divided by 7 is 2. 7 divided by 7 is 1. Very good. Anything else? Let's keep looking. We have 6 and 9. Can they be divided by the same number? Yes, we can divide them by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So cross 6, put 2 here. And immediately 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, look, we reduced our numbers and it's gonna be awesome. Now let's multiply them. In the numerator, 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. And in the denominator, 1 times 3 times 1, we have 3. So we have 8/3. It's an improper fraction and we can change it into a mixed number. Let's do that. So set up your long division. 8 divided by 3. So 3 goes into 8 twice. So the whole number will be 2. So 2 times 3 is 6. Let's find the remainder. The remainder is 2. And the remainder is gonna be our numerator. So the remainder is the numerator. And then you keep the denominator the same. And you can always check. We have 2 and 2/3. Let's check. 3 times 2 plus 2. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. So we did it correctly. Very good. I have more videos on how to change a mixed number into an improper fraction. I have more videos to help you with multiplying fractions. Check them out in the description. You did a good job today.